What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Beachhead or Jordan, whatever you want to call me. This is episode 4 of what we like to call a little show called Split Screen. So, I am joined by always, every Friday, by our lovely, lovely little friend here that I like to call Hermes Akumu. Hermes, go ahead. Introduce yourself, my man.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Hermes Akumu, and welcome to Split Screen. Happy to be here, Jordan. Thank you.
Hell yeah, good stuff. So today, I know we talked we were gonna do a lot of I know you binge watched Invincible.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, so I know you watched or you binge watched Invincible, which I was waiting for you to do so we could not necessarily spoiler discuss it, but kind of just talk about it anyways.
Yes.
I think getting through it and talking about it would be a lot of fun. Also, we're going to be touching on a little bit of what we're looking forward to. I wanted to do this show before E3 happens because with it coming out and everything kind of with even more announcements, if you will. So there's going to be this list is going to grow even further. By the way, speaking of E3, we are going to be watching that live. Hopefully, a lot of the different conferences, we're going to try our best. It sometimes might just be me. I think Hermes is going to do his absolute best to be there as well. But a lot of the conferences we're going to be watching on this channel, and I think probably on his as well. So if you guys want to join us for that, live reactions, just talk about some of the announcements, all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. A good time too. I love E3. I'm so glad. I know a lot of people are kind of wishy-washy on it, and seeing if it's going to disappear. But it's just like it is Christmas for video games as the industry goes.
For gamers in
you know
general.
you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just I don't know a world without it. It would be very, very weird to have that. So you guys can watch that with us. A lot of different things coming up. Should be a good time. I think it should be really, really good. And then also, like I said, we're going to touch on our wish list and a couple of games that I've played recently that I wanted to just throw in a quick little snippet of, if we could, Hermes. I played.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird with releases, man. Releases are going to be. It's May, and it feels like November. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's every week. There's a new game, if not two.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming for the barrel full. Wow.
Yeah,
Words.
yeah, they're tough. I get
Here
it.
shortly.
And it's weird because it's May, and May is not usually you're like, hey, let's throw out our games. But I think with COVID and everything, putting people's projects from last May or last not May, but last fall.
Last year in general.
Yeah, delaying a lot of their projects, which is understandable. But don't get me wrong, I'll take new video games all year long as long as they are spread out like this. I'll take a chunk in May, and then I'll take a chunk in November. I'm cool with that. Sounds great to me.
Right, for sure.
So yeah, let's talk Invincible. It is a show.
It is a show.
It is
that.
On Amazon Prime, right? Prime Video.
Yep. Prime Video.
Exclusively. So that's the only place you can watch it. I can say that I went into it a little bit like, okay, we'll see, right? I know it's Robert Kirkman, who, if you guys know, did The Walking Dead. This is also based off of a comic or graphic novel, if you will. So there's a lot of different things that I wanted to touch on. Not like I said, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So I don't think you're going to, but I want to clarify that this for people watching that we're not
carefully skirting.
Yes. I like The Walking Dead. I read a couple of the graphic novels, or comic books, if you will. So I liked his stuff in his comics. Obviously, with the show, it's not 100% him, but it's still pretty heavily based on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of the different avenues and things kind of go from there. But yeah, dude, what did you think? What did you think?
I thought it was good. So for those of you who don't know, Invincible is a comic book by Robert Kirkman, and basically touches on this family. Would you say, Beach?
Yeah.
It's kind of about the whole family at large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of
mainly the son.
Yeah, mainly the son, but the dad has superpowers, and the son, and his wife is a normal human, and his son then is part superhero, right?
Right.
Avoiding all the major spoilers as I can. And it tells of basically their life on Earth and what all of that entails, but in a very different narrative than you would ever expect.
Yep.
There are fallout consequences of being a superhero. You may go save the day, but if you destroy the city, you destroyed the city doing it.
Right.
And it is a very, very good watch. 8 episodes in the season. Episodes are 45 minutes long. And yeah, if you have Prime, I would absolutely put this on your list to go and watch.
Yeah, it's one of the things I went into and I was like, we'll see. But the cast, I think we've talked about it too. The voice actors and the people that they've chosen for these characters is insane when you actually look at who's in it. And I'm not going to
all of them are A-list actors.
Right, exactly. You've seen them in almost anything, right? So if you watch The Walking Dead, and you were a fan of Glenn, he's obviously voices the son, Mark. If you are a fan of, I was going to use the insurance commercial, but I will go with
Portal 2.
Portal 2. Okay.
J.K. Simmons is in Portal 2 as Cave Johnson.
Right.
He plays the father in the series.
Now, what's the mother's name? She was in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, she. Oh, I can't mess this up.
Something, Michelle Yeoh or something, but anyway, she's well known as well. Is what our point is, right? Is that they're both everybody in the show is extremely well known, and that's kind of the draw to it. Is that brings you in, but you actually stay for the story, right? You're not staying. You're not going into it like, oh, I just want to watch it because these people are in here. It's like, no, you want to stay because the story is actually pretty fantastic. And it keeps you kind of on the Sandra. Oh, that's right. Thank you so much on Dead Mermaid. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And she's brilliant. I think honestly, she's probably in that outside of Mark. Excuse me, I apologize. Outside of Mark, I think she is my favorite character.
Absolutely.
I think she's absolutely my favorite character. Obviously, given Mark.
Also, we should also preface this with, while it is an animated series, this is not an animated series to watch with your kids.
Oh, definitely.
By any means.
Yeah. It's definitely mature.
R-rated. Up there with Deadpool would be where I would put it.
Yeah, it's not Captain America. It's not Iron Man. It's not any of that stuff. It's not even going to be X-Men, the animated X-Men series. It's much more brutal than that. So it does take the graphic novel gore and, absolute gore fest that it is and kind of translates it into an animation. So yes, I'm glad you touched on that. So thank you very much. It has been renewed. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I mean, it's kind of out there. So it's been renewed for a season 2 and 3. So there's going to be more. I'm excited about that. Looking forward to it.
That is very cool.
It's not only that it got renewed for 1 season, but 2, which is kind of awesome. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it really went that well for them. I've seen, like their outfits that they wear. They're on Amazon now. I sent them to you the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I want to go as Invincible for Comic-Con. How cool would that be?
Right. Oh, cool little Easter egg that I remember I told you, I think the other day, that Carl from The Walking Dead, in the show, when he was sitting in the woods and he met, I'm going to mess her name up. I can't remember. His love interest, if you will, in the show.
Right.
When they met, he was sitting against a tree and he was actually reading the Invincible graphic novel in the Walking Dead show,
so cool.
which is pretty fantastic.
So cool. Was that before or after they released that Invincible is coming out for Amazon Prime?
It would have been way before. You got to think about
how
long ago was. This is spoilers for The Walking Dead if you watch it, but how Edith, thank you, Breezy, thank you. How long ago was Carl even in the show? You know what I mean? So there's no way that they knew at this time.
Wow, spoiler. Not there yet.
Yeah. So but it's pretty insane. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did.
Neither did I. And going into it, I know I messaged you while watching it that one day because I binged this all in a day.
Right.
I was weary of it at the beginning because there is some classic like Robert Kirkman tropes that he puts in everything,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
like issues with people and stuff along that nature. And then I'm like, maybe I just like this because all of the voice actors are like A-listers and like they just do a really good job at being their characters.
Mm-hmm.
But then as the series progressed, I was like, no, you know what? I would like this no matter who was playing these voices.
Right.
Like this is a solid show.
Exactly. Exactly. That's kind of the point I think we touched on earlier. Is it's just you go in, you're like, oh, look at all these big names. You stay because of the story, not necessarily that they're voicing them. And that could maybe play on the fact that they are so good and the story's so good, and you're actually invested. Because maybe if a weaker voice actor played them, you wouldn't be as invested, right?
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know when 2 and 3 are coming out. Obviously, I don't know when 3 is, but and I don't know how long animation actually takes. I know it takes a good chunk of time.
Yeah, I know between Rick and Morty's there's a giant chunk of time,
Right.
which is another animation that's kind of along these lines. Oh, by the way, Justin Roiland's also voices some supporting character in Invincible. So
There you go. Hell yeah. I think it's yeah, I will say make sure you're sitting down if you're watching the season finale. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. It's fantastic. It is by far the best episode in the entire thing to me. It's just the complete you don't think it's gonna go the way it's gonna go. You absolutely don't. And
yeah, even at the end there, I was like, I thought I knew what was going on,
mm-hmm.
and then the character that everything's happening with explains what's going on, and you're like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's happening
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah, so you're in for surprises. It's not just action, it's not just blood, it's not just fighting, it's not just that, but you're actually in for surprises. It's going to keep you off guard the entire time.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely recommend it. Definitely, if you guys get a chance, go check it out. Hermes, let's touch on a couple games you're looking forward to. I know you have that.
Yeah.
I know you have that Steam wish list. Maybe it's not just
Eh,
specifically for Steam, but I know you have. That's what I did. A lot of games I'm going to be playing on Xbox I have on here as well, but it's all in one place. Easy for me to look at. So, what is a game you're looking forward to?
Let's see. I've got a few. Let me pull up Steam real quick. Okay, so I want to first start off with Icarus First Cohort.
Okay.
It looks amazing.
Okay.
So basically what it is it's a I'm gonna read it right off the Steam page real quick. It's a session-based PvE survival game for up to 8 co-op players or solo. Explore a savage alien wilderness in the aftermath of terraforming gone wrong. Survive long enough to mine exotic matter, then return to orbit to craft more advanced tech. Meet your deadline or be left behind forever. So basically, what Icarus is like a space-based, like Rust or Valheim, and it looks amazing.
Okay, and it's called Icarus. Is that all it's called, or is there something after it?
On Steam, you can find it under Icarus, and then the title card says Icarus First Cohort.
Oh, okay, First Cohort. Okay, got you. So I'm gonna post a link in my chat. I would definitely recommend that one. There is about a month ago they came out with a gameplay. I believe PC Gamer actually did a preview of it. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna post that link in chat. I'll post that link in chat here for you guys if you're interested in that. You've been kind of into survival slash simulate. No, it's not simulation, I guess. Really, it's more
kind of simulation.
right.
I'll give you that.
So you've been kind of into those with Satisfactory.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? So is this
196 hours in Rust?
there you go. Yeah, Rust too. I mean, it's been you've been so is this kind of along those lines? Is that what makes you interested in it, or the fact that it's space and that whole aesthetic?
I think a little bit for the fact that it's like it is Rust with a space aesthetic. Kind of that what am I looking for? Journey to the Savage Planet type feel of the game.
Okay.
And also like I think Rust absolutely does this genre, I guess, the best. But I'm looking forward to seeing what a new player to that can bring. Um, Also with the hype of Starfield, right, from
Mm-hmm,
Bethesda,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
right around the corner. I think they're going. I think they're taking that genre and moving it into a branch that everybody's going to be able to get down with.
Do you think it's a new style that's going to be start leading the, you know how you kind of, zombies are a big thing, right? And then all of a sudden medieval is a big thing, and then all of a sudden, you know,
Right.
fantasy is a big thing. So do you think space, it's kind of head in that direction? You think gaming as a
Yeah,
whole, that the trend, if you will?
I absolutely think it's heading that direction, and I also think that because there are some new, there's a new. It's not done by Tom Clancy, but there's a new shooter coming out that is Rainbow Six Siege styled, but astronauts in outer space. I can't remember the name of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I know GameRanks just did a showcase on it.
Got you.
And
Okay.
I was like, this looks amazing. This is
I
Siege in space.
I remember seeing, I think, something of that. It was like an E3 either a year or two ago, or even maybe a
Yeah.
different showcase. But I do recall seeing that and thinking, "Holy crap, that looks fucking fantastic!" And I would love to check it out. Um, Breezy Akumu says, "Advanced Warfare." No, I don't think so. But I feel you.
No,
I understand.
this is yeah, this was specifically astronauts on like International Space Station, and your guns are like literally floating in space, and you have to grab them, and
Right.
it was
Okay.
cool.
That sounds cool. That looks actually fantastic. So I wanted to what else do we have here? Do you have another one you want to touch on?
Uh,
Or do you
I'm
want to, or do
going
you want to
to.
take turns? Because I can.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So I'm going to touch on one that's been out since 2015. It is a game. It's on my wish list. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. And it's a game called The Isle. I recently watched Gnarly play it.
Oh, really?
He played it, maybe it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. But basically the premise of this game, it's another one of those survival games, but it's open world survival. Um, dinosaur themed, where you're an actual, okay, so I'm going to read this to you. Experience fierce open world survival gameplay as you attempt to stay alive in an unforgiving island inhabited by dinosaurs. Hunt, grow, and survive. So you start out
Huh.
as a smaller dinosaur, I guess, if you will. And then you
Okay.
try to survive, and you get larger, and you get more powerful, and you turn into different animals as you get bigger and things like you grow. And then I'm assuming if it's like 1v1 at the end, then
That's cool.
then you kind of, I'm assuming you're both pretty badass dinosaurs. I watched him
Right.
play it a little bit. He was kind of like, you have to drink. It's a survival game, so you have to drink water. You have to find like the rivers and drink water and that kind of stuff. And obviously, when you eat, you grow and level up, kind of, if you will. So I want to hop into that one. It's still early access, and it came out in 2015. If that tells you anything,
Wow.
it has very positive reviews on Steam. That's what it says. Usually, all the reviews, it's all positive. They have over 30,000 different ones. So I kind of want to check that out for at least one stream. For $20, I could do it. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a
Right.
good time if people wanted to join and hang out and have a good time. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds very cool.
So I just wanted to touch on that one real quick. So one here, this is okay. So this was a very, very big, I don't want to say performer. I guess so. I mean, that's where I saw a lot of traffic coming in and out of the channel, is when I played the original one of these, and it's Dying Light 2. I am really,
Yeah.
really, really looking forward to Dying Light 2. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed, which is fine. I'm not upset at that. And I don't think anybody should be upset at that. I think when they get delays, you can't get anything but better quality out of it. You know what I mean? So Dying Light 2 is absolutely fantastic. If you guys haven't played, it's a zombie themed open world game. Action, co-op, multiplayer. There's a lot of different aspects. And it includes kind of a parkour element along the lines of Mirror's Edge, Dying Light 1, all that good stuff. So I
John in my chat just said Dead Island 2, man.
I don't even think that game exists. I'm gonna be honest
No,
with
I don't
you.
think so.
I think it exists, but I don't even think it's supposed to. And if it comes out, me and my wife, we had that game pre-ordered. I don't know how many years ago, and we kept it. We've kept it pre-ordered at GameStop ever since. The only reason it got taken off, was because they took the listing down. So we had it up there for years. We had Dead Island 2 absolutely up there for years. I don't think that game will ever come out. I hope it does. I really do. Dead Island is really, really awesome.
Jana says they updated the information.
Like on like what the game's about, or
yeah, it says it's coming out. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I hope they are right. I 100% hope they are right. Yeah, I guess Undead Mermaid does say that Riptide was technically the second one, and that's true. That is very true. But
I played Riptide. I definitely remember that.
I guess in the numbered sequence, if you will. So maybe they won't even call it Dead Island 2. Maybe they'll call it something different. But I think they have to. At this point, you have to call it Dead Island 2 just for the pure shock factor that it's even coming out. So yeah, that's one of my bigger ones. Is there one for you when you're going to touch on one?
I kind of want to bring up one I found yesterday.
Okay.
I know I didn't give you the information for this one, so I apologize.
Oh, it's fine.
But I'm going to pull it up from your Discord real quick, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, Beach would love this. And it is called Lost Soul Aside.
Lost Soul Aside, okay.
It is a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game that doesn't have a release date yet, but this game was made by one guy who fell in love with the Final Fantasy 15 trailers and made a little demo for his game. And then Sony Interactive found him, and they're like, "We love this.
And here's a bunch
funding. Go get a team.
Here's a bunch of money."
Yeah, and now he has a team of 29 people working on this game, Lost Soul Aside, and it is a perfect blend of Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
If I just had a child, that is this game.
Just looking at the little thumbnail that it pulled up on YouTube.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought is this Final Fantasy? Like that's you know what I mean?
And it like all the playstyle I've seen, I'm gonna put the trailer in both chats.
Thank you.
All of the playstyle I've seen looks exactly like you're playing Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. The main character kind of looks like Noctis, which is a little weird.
I like it.
Might be a little copyright.
I like it. But,
you know.
You can't copyright anime hair.
That's true. Very true.
Or emo hair. Either way.
But yeah, this is a PlayStation exclusive coming up that looks amazing. It is done by one, like its core was done by one person. That's insane.
I love stories like that. And I haven't played 15 yet, and you know that. But it is after starting 7 remake. I'm probably gonna play 15 at some point. Especially with Final Fantasy 16 coming out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in that same vein is what I think. So I think it's going to be, I want to get into that aesthetic. Actually, one of my favorite people that I watch on Twitch and YouTube, Maximilian Dude, actually had a reaction to it. So I'm going to have to check that out. It'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah. I will say that of the Final Fantasies, I've played 15 and seen bits and pieces of the rest. But 15 is the only one I've played, and I loved 15. I definitely spent like an entire month just playing that game when it came out.
Okay.
That's how in love I was with it.
I understand that. Okay. I like the action part better. I had a couple people saying in chat that they were like, "Oh man, this isn't true Final Fantasy. This isn't," you know what I mean? And that's fair. I give it to them. If you played the original, it kind of holds a special place in your heart. I get it. Is that
because of the turn-based though? Because I've heard a lot of people say that.
That they like the turn-based better. Yeah.
Right.
So that's Final Fantasy to them is because it's turn-based.
That's a setting you can turn on for 15. They added that in.
Right. That's very smart. I think that's very, very smart to do. I think that's fantastic. Hey, Welsh, how's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. So I think that might be exciting. I'll have to check that out. You did put it in Discord, so I'm running through all the stuff that you put in there for us. That's going to be beautiful.
Awesome.
So kind of touching on the one man band. there's another game coming out that was created by one man. It is a Zelda-ish kind of, I will say, inspired by Zelda. That's
Okay.
what I will say. It is puts a 3D aesthetic on the older ones, kind of Link's Awakening, Link to the Past, those kind of games, right? So I'm
Okay.
gonna put that in here. It's called Tunic. It is exactly. You would honestly, I would think you would think it was like some kind of spin-off of a Zelda game. But it is, oh my god, is it fantastic looking. Yeah, as you know, my wife is a big Zelda Link fan. So as soon as she gets a
Right.
chance to play this, I think she's going to be one of her favorite games of all time. I did go ahead and
Nice,
put that in the
nice.
chat as well.
Cool. I will copy it of mine.
So it is. I'm trying to. I want to word it correctly. So let me go ahead and bring it up. They classify this game as a action adventure, exploration adventure action game, which I don't know how you can put action adventure in one tag.
Action.
Well, yeah, one action adventure in one tag, adventure in another, and then action in another. But it is adorable. You just play. It's a action adventure about a tiny fox in a big world. Explore the wilderness, discover the spooky ruins, and fight terrible creatures from long ago. I think you guys. I can't wait for this game. More so for my wife to play it than for me to play it. But I'm going to, because I think it comes out for PC and Xbox only. And this game was announced back in 2018, so it's been a long time. We haven't heard anything, but I'm assuming, my guess is it's going to be coming out this year. That's kind of I'm gonna assume it's going to come out this year just because I think so. But
Right.
we'll have to see about that. Do you want to touch on another one for you real quick?
If you've got one more on your list,
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead and do that.
I have
Yeah, awesome.
I have 36, so trust me, I've got plenty.
All right.
I'm gonna do actually a quick hitters here. One that's coming out here at the end of May that's gonna be streaming. It's called Biomutant. I'm gonna be checking it out. Oh my god, I didn't think this game was real because it kept getting delayed and had issues.
Right.
But they finally have put out a fucking fantastic May the 4th trailer for their video game in resemblance to the Force. Which one was it? I think it was the most recent one, Rise of Skywalker trailer. They kind of redid it in their world with their characters, and it was so good. Oh, it was so good.
Sounds crazy.
I was already interested in the game, but as soon as I saw them do that, I was like, I'll buy 2 of your games just to support some brilliant ass shit like that. But this is an open world action RPG. You control an open world post-apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG. It is inspired by Fable, which Fable is one of my favorite series. Love Fable.
Right, as
Fable's
it should be. Very good game.
Fucking fantastic. With a unique martial arts styled combat system allowing you to mix melee, shooting, and mutant ability action. So, we didn't think this game was real. I really didn't. I didn't think it was ever coming out. That it is, and it has a release date that's so close. I'm like, holy shit, right? You know what I mean? I've heard, I think the game has gone gold, which basically means that production and, development is all stopped. And now they've got people working on patches and now they're kind of ready for launch is what it is. So that's good news.
Gotcha.
So maybe it's right around the corner. I'm really, really hoping so. I can't wait. So that's one that's going to be streaming on the 25th of May, which also is just a kind of selfless plug here, if I could. The 25th of May is my Twitch stream anniversary. So that's going to be,
let's go.
That's actually a pretty big deal. So I'm kind of excited for that. That's insane that it's been a year.
Congrats. That's right around the corner.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So it's been a year, which has been a little nutty, but a lot of fun, a lot of good times too, man. Good times. So let me touch on the other one I have here. Whoopsie. I want to do it here. There's another one that I just mentioned. It's called Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance.
You're speaking my language, beach.
So it's exactly. I figured this one would excite you, but it's an action Dungeons and Dragons co-op hack and slash RPG is what they classify it as.
Yes.
It's obviously in the D&D world. And with it just recently being announced that it's coming out to Game Pass day one.
Oh, I saw that.
There's no fucking way I'm not fucking playing that game. There's no way. I was already going to buy it. So when Game Pass announces there's these third-party games like this, and they're like Outriders, they did with Outriders, they did with MLB The Show, they did with Dark Alliance, this game. It blows my fucking mind that Game Pass is what it is, and it continues to be better and better and better. So that's a game that I'm looking forward to. I figured that was going to be something that interests you. We may even be able to check it out. We'll see what the co-op's all about, since you're into D&D and we're both going to have Game Pass. So I think that'd be a good time.
I caught a little bit of the trailer for it. I was trying to stay away from it because I wanted to be pleasantly surprised, but I was like, it's going on Game Pass. I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
And the fact that like sitting down and resting at a bonfire is like called a short rest or a long rest, and they have all of those words from D&D, which of course they do, but it just made my nerd heart so happy.
Right. I figured as soon as I saw that A, it was coming to Game Pass, and B, when I first saw the game, like, yeah, Hermie's gonna really dig this fucking game. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Did you find yours, or you want me to keep going? Because like I said, I've got a ton here.
I have 2 VR titles for you, actually.
Okay.
That I'm super, super pumped about.
Sure.
One that's coming out and one that is already out.
Okay.
The one coming out is going to be called SCP Laborat.
Okay.
It is the original SCP Secure, Contain, Protect Foundation game ported over to VR. The trailers look amazing. I'm not sure how one of the world's scariest games plays in VR.
I have never heard of these games until you and I think Breezy said something to me.
Really, they're cult classics, man.
And you guys have said, I know you played it on stream once.
Yes.
And I was like, that was a scary one? Yes?
Yeah, okay, so it's scarier when you're a kid and you check it out.
Okay,
like,
that's
don't
fair.
get me wrong, it's not terrifying,
as is everything.
It's yeah, it definitely lives in the horror genre.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Is it suspense or horror?
Both?
There's kind of a fine line. Like, for example, Resident Evil does a weird thing where they kind of teeter back and forth. Suspense, horror, suspense,
I would
horror.
say it's a little like that, because you have what are called the SCPs, which are your like monsters, right?
Okay.
And one of them is like, if you're familiar with a weeping angel from Doctor Who, if you look at it, it freezes, it doesn't move, it's a block of cement. If you look away, it can move freely, and it's gonna snap your neck.
Okay.
So every time you blink, it moves. And you have to like live with, like, that's another thing, is there's blinking in that game. So how does that work in a VR headset?
Right. Okay. I understand.
You know, like, it's a game that I would love to experience in VR, whether it's a crap experience or not. It'd be very cool.
I want to touch on VR real quick, because I feel like the experience can be absolutely amazing. But
yes,
there aren't very many there aren't so many instances where that is the case, right? So like, it feels like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could experience, and granted, this, you're looking at like thousands of dollars for a rig like this, but like, you're actually walking, you're actually doing the thing. It's instead of, you know what I mean? Like, the click forward movement stuff is so weird to me, but granted, I get it. I get it. You have to be placed in that world for it to even work like that. So you would have to be in this giant warehouse with it mapped out the way that the game is, and you physically are walking. Then that's insane. But I think that's where my disconnect for VR is I'm still technically controlling it. You know what I mean? But I understand.
And see, I think that that's where I wonder how SCP is going to play in VR.
Gotcha.
Because there's got to be some element of like, maybe you're playing on keyboard, but you can look around in the space. Right. I don't know if that's what the extent of the game is going to be.
Okay. So so maybe it's just visually VR, like your headset. Maybe. You can look around and actually, instead of. I'm not
sure. It's so early on in its development that I'm not sure that it's come out and said yet.
Huh. That's really weird. Well, that's either way. I know you're excited about it. I've seen you play the other one. You were really excited about it too. What's your other VR title?
My other VR title, I might butcher the name, but it's called Demio.
Okay.
And it is Dungeons and Dragons, like the tabletop, like you've got your battle mat type thing, and it's literally like the battle mat in virtual reality. And you like move your characters, and like you can see them cast their magic from their like little figure, and
Okay.
it's so cool. And I found this game on my own, just through perusing Steam. And then as I was watching Critical Role last night, because it was Thursday, they're actually sponsored by this game, so that's cool.
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be?
Right?
Oh my god, of course they are.
But
So,
yeah, it's up to 4 players. You play as one of the 4 characters. I believe there's like a cleric, rogue, your normal D&D party, right? And basically you control these little figurines in a VR table that's in front of you,
okay.
and you can use different cards that are like your abilities, lay them on the battlefield, and watch it all play out before you in
That's
animation.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, which
I've
is
seen, there's
amazing.
That kind of reminds me of it's not exactly because it's full VR, but almost like AR.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you were to do like, battle your friend with in a Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever it's going to be, right? Could you imagine?
It's almost like Wizard's chest from Harry Potter.
That's true. Hey, that's a good way to put it too. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Couple VR titles. I wish I had VR, but I definitely don't have the space for it. Right? I wish I had space for VR. Also, it's at that weird thing where it would just be like occasional. You know what I mean? It's almost like a Nintendo Switch, but more expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like for me.
I also think a little bit of like us as broadcasters. Nobody, and chat, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'd love to check them out. I don't think anybody in the broadcasting sphere has mastered how to broadcast VR yet.
It's just kind of put together.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has really nailed down what a VR stream should look like.
Right. I think it would be cool to see almost like a VR focused streamer. Right? How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like someone's like, I do VR stuff because I'm that much in love with it. I think that'd be really cool.
Knick-knack, do you know their name from Beach's chat? Sorry. Because that would be very cool.
There's a guy who does Beat Saber all day. What? That's insane. That's a good workout.
Have to look for that.
Probably the fittest dude on the planet. But
yeah, for sure.
That's fantastic. Okay, so to touch on a couple of games here that I have, some that people have probably heard of. So there is one, and I think you brought this to my attention. It's a little bit closer to the Souls-like games that I've played, and Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and it's a game called Thymesia, I think is how you say it. Well, good God, am I excited for that? I was not when I watched the trailer the first time. But when you go back and watch all the weapons and the art style and just the way that shit happens, you're much more agile than you are in Dark Souls. Right. Which fucking excites me. It's if Demon Souls Bloodborne and Devil May Cry had a child, I think this is the game you get, right? I believe it, and you add a counter mechanic to it, and I think that's what you get. I think that is just absolutely. I'm excited. If I'm not getting Elden Ring, I want anything close to, which I am. Elden Ring is going to come out. I'm not that person. I'm not a denier, because Elden Ring may even come out this year, just to surprise everybody. But there's something about it, man. Maybe it's just because here's the thing. I'm going to hold back reservations because I don't want to get excited because it's a Souls-like. Just because it's a Souls-like. I want to get excited because I want to see the game. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to play this game. I like the way it is. So I might not get that one day one, but I definitely want to watch like a stream or two of somebody play it and then kind of make my decision. Hopefully there's a gameplay video. If there's a deep gameplay video, sign me up. I'm all about that.
Right.
There's a couple other ones here. Let me just touch on one more before we move on to your next one. There is a game that was mentioned in my chat. I'm sure it was already mentioned in your chat. We're just going to touch on it. I have to mention it because if I don't, it's already been announced. Back 4 Blood. Everybody's excited about it. Technically, Left 4 Dead 3, same exact developers, Same exact format of the name and what it's called. Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead. You know what I mean? It just makes sense. It's fantastic. It's their way of saying this is Left 4 Dead 3, but we don't have the rights to that name. So fuck it. We're gonna make Back 4 Blood. I think honestly, you know, maybe they did have the option to do Left 4 Dead 3, but didn't want to because of how much pressure that would bring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it. This allows you to be different without changing a beloved title.
I also absolutely has to be, there's no way Valve would have gave them that name back.
Right. Yes. I don't know. Are they publishing their own game? Hold on. Let me see. I'll figure it out. Because if they're publishing their own game, it is publisher Warner Brothers. Oh, okay. Huh.
So that
would explain why it's not called Left 4 Dead 3. But I didn't know it was going to be published by Warner Brothers. That's fantastic. Okay, that's great.
I bet Valve's pissed now.
They might. Well, then again, they don't do trilogies.
Should have done that.
They don't do trilogies, so fuck them.
Right. Yeah.
For whatever reason,
the community has to do it for them.
Yeah. Half-Life 3, Portal 3, right?
Portal Reloaded is Portal 3.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Half-Life. What was it? Black Mesa.
Mesa.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's not necessarily a sequel or anything, but it's a new game that other people make for you. It's Team Fortress. There's no Team Fortress 3. Right. You know what I mean? It's what the fuck is wrong with the number 3? Maybe 1 year they're just gonna release them all in 1 year and be like, fuck it. You know,
the year of threes. Let's go.
2033, and they're like, you know what? Left 4 Dead 3, and then Portal 3. Oh, that'd be insane. It'd be absolutely insane. But I'm excited for Back 4 Blood. I know you are. I know Breezy is. I know Undead Mermaid, the one I've talked to in chat, she's excited for it. I think there's a ton of people excited for it. I didn't have the chance to play the early beta or alpha or whatever it was. I wish I did. But I think I'm gonna be happy regardless. Just by watching some of the gameplay, it looks fantastic. Go ahead with your next one, sir.
Okay, so I had it and then I went away from it. Okay, so my next one is going to be huge on my channel when it comes out. It is called Such Art. I have played, I guess, what's kind of the beta. It's called Such Art Creative Space. That one is currently out. But basically what Such Art is you are the last human that has creativity in their genes. And typically everything is left up to robots now, but you are the one last human that can do art. And you live on this spaceship, and it's literally, you just do art. Like people commission you for things, and you have to use your mouse to pick up and use a paintbrush and like paint things in your spaceship. You can literally spill paint places and color the world around you. It's very much like a VR title. And I think eventually it will be. I definitely think that's the route that they're going to go with it.
Launch, get some funding first, and then build
and
out
then
a
go
VR. Yeah.
But like, it's basically not. It's not a point and click because you can move around the environment. But like when it comes to doing the art, you like actually paint. You actually use spray paint. You actually use like a roller or a mop to like mop up and clean the paint that you spilt. It's very cool.
Okay.
Like I can't say enough how creative this game is.
Okay.
It's a very, very neat experience for everyone.
It's
and
almost
it will definitely be featuring on my channel.
So it almost gives you like a canvas, right? And then it's like, here, do what you want to do. It
literally gives you a workshop. And if you want to paint the walls, because you have paint to do all your commissions, you can just paint your walls with the paint. It's called Such Art.
That's
Such
really
Art
cool.
Creative Space is currently out. And Such Art in full, I think, is set to release this year yet. Yeah, Q2 2021. So soon, actually.
Nice. Okay. Huh. Well, fantastic.
See if I can get this link and post it in the chats.
If you need me to grab one, let me know. I can always do it for you.
My computer's a little bogged down. Would you mind grabbing it?
Yeah, no problem. And it's on Steam, right?
Sweet. Thank you. Yep.
Okay.
It's called Such Art.
You know, there's another game that I'm very, very excited about. I didn't know if you guys knew this. I'm a big fan of BioShock. Didn't know if you knew this. Something that I regularly I probably say it once a stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably on there once a stream that I say how much I love BioShock. There is a game coming out. What I will call, and it's called Such Art Creative Space, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. There's a game coming out that I call the Russian version of BioShock. Only because it takes place in Russia, or at least something resembling of Russia. It is called Atomic Heart, I believe, right? Yeah,
And
Atomic Heart.
So good.
Yeah,
yes.
It's Atomic Heart, and it looks insane. Yes. Undead Mermaid said, "A man choosing and a slave obeys." Oh my goodness, dude, those quotes just kill me inside. So if you guys enjoy BioShock, I strongly recommend checking that out. Oh my God, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be so good. Oh, go ahead.
I gotta tell you, they just released their trailer for showcasing their photo mode
For Atomic Heart?
It's one of the sickest trailers I have ever seen for just a feature of a game.
I can't.
It's so cool. The entire action scene's just frozen, and you can free cam around the entire place, and it's so well done.
Photo mode is something that I wish I used more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I used it more, but I'm not the person to be like, I'm so immersed in what I'm doing. It would be hard for me to be like, pause, let me take a picture of it to break that immersion if it's in the middle of a fight or if it's anything like that.
Yeah, see,
you know what I mean?
When I am not on stream, I am far more likely to use photo mode just because I love photography, art. Like that's the ecosphere in which I live in.
Right. See, I wish that was the case. Even if it was occasional. I know you and like things, and also a buddy of mine, Trang and Jorsh's, you know who he is.
Yes.
He's big into like the photo mode. His Instagram, that's like what he did, was like just sick photos that is done with the photo mode inside of the game, not necessarily even an external program or anything like that, which is.
Yeah, I saw his stuff for Cyberpunk 2077 and it looked amazing.
Oh, I know. It's so good. He also did one for Final Fantasy, I believe, the remake, and also Demon Souls. Fucking insane.
It's
it's
definitely an overlooked feature, photo mode in most games.
Yes. I couldn't agree with you more. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, please. They have a ray tracing. Oh no.
Oh yeah, and also for Atomic Heart, NVIDIA RTX, which is huge.
Oh my God. It's gonna be insane, man. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Atomic Heart's gonna be beautiful. I'm just photo mode, sign me up. Anything resembling BioShock. Which is what I think. There was one I played recently that I was like, I'm getting some big BioShock vibes to this. What was it? Something do you remember? I mean, something I played that recently came out. Maybe it was Prey. I think it was Prey, and Prey was kind of along the same lines of that.
Right. It is kind of, yes.
Oh, man, maybe that's what it was. But man, that's so good. Another one here that I have. Let's see. I'm gonna stick the ones that aren't out yet, just so I don't keep it up.
I'm gonna say keep going because the last one that I have is gonna be a good segue.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
There's another one here. Okay, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. That is
really
yes. So, if you played any of the old Nintendo, like I think it was Super Nintendo as well as NES. If you played any of those back in the day, did you?
I did not know.
That's fine. That's fair. That's okay.
A little young.
Yeah, I know you're a youngin'. I get it. Here is, so let me look it up. This game is done in the same art style as those games, obviously modernized. And I am stupid excited for this game. It is, God, I don't even know how to say it. So I'm going to put it in here if you guys get a chance. Also, it is done by the same people, I believe. Okay, we can't have that. It's starting to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song. I will definitely get DMCA'd for that.
Manga DMCA.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys get a chance, check this trailer out. It is fucking fantastic. Now, to touch on something of my childhood again, they just released 2 days ago. I don't know if you guys know the the game Zombies Ate My Neighbors for the Super Nintendo.
No, what?
Okay. It is one of my favorite. Okay, I won't say it's top 5 games because it's just nostalgic to me.
Okay.
But you should definitely check these out. They are remaking them. I have the cartridge for this. I will never let it go. It is fucking fantastic. It's a top-down shooter. It's co-op. You can play it. They've now added like online, I think, capability. So you can play with somebody online. Fucking insane.
Wow.
Very old style, but it's gonna be so good. I can't wait, dude. When they start pulling on your like your childhood, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, you played this back in the day and you really loved it. You're
Right.
like, okay, bust out my wallet. I'm buying the game. Like you've got
Right,
me.
yeah.
That's just what it is, right? So I think you've kind of have that same way with some of the games that you've played that we've talked about recently too.
Oh, that's like I'm personally right now I'm playing Portal Reloaded, and it's because I like when I first really got into gaming, it was the Portal series for me. That's what I did, man.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Portal Reloaded is very good, but kicking my ass. It's so hard.
Yeah, I couldn't. I can't even imagine, man. God, nostalgia is one hell of a drug and one hell of a
Yeah.
sales tactic, right? Oh my God.
Yes.
One more before we let you move on to your segue.
Yeah.
There is a game. It's called Forsaken Realms Exodus Rising. It is a game. If you can't tell the theme, a lot of the stuff that I this one is extremely inspired by Fable. Very
Okay.
much so inspired by Fable. So it's also a company and a dev that I would absolutely love to get onto the show. If at all possible, I'm going to reach out to them. They are going to be fucking fantastic. I want to hear what they have to say. I want to know their dev cycle. I want to know what kind of stuff they're into, what we can look forward to. I'm going to put the trailer in there, but it's an action RPG. Just like Fable was, Fable 1, 2, and 3. It is,
Okay.
I'm going to post it in there. It is going to be absolutely fantastic, I believe. I've been watching all the new stuff and new animations, new weapons, new enemies. Like I've been trying to keep up with their devlog. That's how excited I am for this game.
Oh wow.
So like, I'm just really, really excited about it. I think anything that resembles Fable usually throws me in a loop and I'm like, holy shit, let's go. I don't care what it is. Here's my money. Take it. As long as as long as you're a reputable developer, or even you show that you're growing and involved, upgrading your systems and all that kind of stuff, I'm down. But if you're just like, hey, this is Fable, but with a different skin, I'm not really going to fucking be down with that. So, definitely check that one out. So go ahead. I'm done talking about all. I could go on. You have no idea how many games I have in my wish list.
Okay.
It's a lot.
I've got a good segue.
But
for
you go ahead.
First, an honorable mention. Minecraft is pushing closer and closer to their Caves and Cliffs Part 1 update.
Never heard of it.
It's this little cube-like game.
Oh, cute. Okay. It's only the biggest selling game of all time.
It's going to change the meta of Minecraft forever. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, just because that is my creative home, is Minecraft.
Speaking of Minecraft, there was these Microsoft rewards for Game Pass that you can do to get like Microsoft rewards points to then redeem for gift cards and things like that.
Yeah.
There was one for Minecraft where you had to log in and kill 20 enemies. I haven't played that game. I haven't played the game in years, right? Probably a good maybe at least a year. And I hopped in there and got killed by something that was underwater. Can you tell me what it was? And it threw something.
It was a drowned.
Yes, it was. And he had a fucking trident.
Yep. And they hit like trucks.
Yeah, they do. The fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I played. Yeah, I did just play last night, Breezy, because I was trying to get the 20 enemies, and I got destroyed by one of those people. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Trucks. I haven't seen this bitch in this game before. So it was just funny. Anyways, I'll let you go on. I just wanted to throw that in there.
But yeah, so Caves and Cliffs is coming out in the first part, hopefully here shortly. I don't think we have an exact date, but all of the MPs that I watch are winding down their seasons and getting ready, so hopefully that happens soon. But my next game and my final one on my wish list is something that I actually saw somebody play today called Subnautica.
Hmm. I haven't heard of that one
So
either.
you want to touch on you want to touch on that a little bit, Beach?
Well, are Subnautica below zero, or are you gonna step
Yes,
into the
below
first?
zero.
Okay, below zero. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. I will definitely do that. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
After he dies.
Yeah, for sure. So Subnautica is a sequel to the first one, which is just called Subnautica. Below zero, if you can't tell by the title, adds a cold winter Arctic aesthetic to it, right? All of your exploration in the first one was underwater. There wasn't a ton of islands that you could get up and walk on. That's not
there
the
was
case.
maybe 2.
Right. That is not the case on this one. This one is there's islands pretty much everywhere that you can explore to upgrade your stuff, find different vehicles, find different equipment and things like that. First time playing it was today. I have decided that I'm going to make that a staple until I kind of quote unquote finish it, I guess, right? These games do have endings
They do.
So so it's permanently on Thursdays. I'm doing Subnautica Thursdays. I'm doing Final Fantasy Fridays.
Wow.
At least for the time being until they're finished, right? Monday through Wednesday is going to be Mass Effect. I fucking can't wait for Monday. I don't think you understand. If you can't tell, I'm still fucking excited by my background.
Right.
But Subnautica is, they do everything that they did in the first one better in dialing up the graphics to like 11, right? I cannot wait. There's more biomes. There are creatures that actually walk on the surface that you have to actually hunt and to get, materials to upgrade your stuff. I am currently playing on the non-survival, which is more called the freedom mode, where I don't have to eat and I don't have to drink. That's only because go ahead.
That's insane to me. Eating and drinking is a mechanic now?
And I guess it was in the first one, if I think correctly.
Huh.
At least maybe an option. Maybe they kept the option from the first one. I played this one a long time ago. If you haven't played Subnautica and you don't want to buy the brand new one, Subnautica is in Game Pass for PC as well as console. So you guys could check it out for free if you have Game Pass. I know they're doing like a huge thing for 3 months of Game Pass for $1 right now if you're a new user. So that alone for 3 months of Game Pass, the hundreds and hundreds of games that you can get from that, check it out. This is not sponsored by Game Pass. This isn't but
Game Pass, if you want it to be,
yes,
we're down.
yeah, hit me up and we'd love to talk about it. But if you guys get a chance, definitely check it out. Subnautica is fantastic. You can get it for $1, just to play the first one, see if you like the survival aspect of it, and then could lead you into the second one. I'm not too far into the story. I struggle focusing in these games where it's like, okay, I need to do this. I need to build this. Okay, now after this, I need to go back and I need to do this. And now, okay, here's my next step. I need to go here. I'm not very efficient because I wander, right? It's like, oh, there's something I can get that. Oh, cool. Oh shit. I'm 1,000 meters from where I was. You know what I mean? The game is really good. If you have a fear of underwater, I think like our good friend Fox does. Like underwater wrecks and things like that. This might not be the game for you. It's still very suspenseful being under the water and not knowing what's around you. And the ambient sounds underwater are fantastic. I could talk days about how visually it is, but the sound is fucking insane. If you put your headphones on and you've got Dolby, Dolby Atmos with any of your headphones or your headset that kind of has that, you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna think you're underwater.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to get my Series S back.
It's really, really good. So I definitely recommend. It's only $29.99 if you want to get below zero, so it's not bad. It's not like a $60 or $70 price tag like you're getting with today's stuff. I think it's priced perfectly because there's multiple playthroughs. I'm going to go through on freedom mode, which is no eating, no drinking that aren't required. But oxygen is still a thing. I still have to worry about oxygen. It's kind of the main mechanic of the game. Right. But I think I will at least try it with survival on, and then possibly even hardcore, where it's just you have one life, and if you die, you're dead.
Wow.
Also, while eating and drinking, of course.
Yeah.
So I might do that, but yeah, no. Subnautica Below Zero is really good so far. I didn't get too into the story on the first one, but that's changing now. I think that I have a better. I didn't get to play Subnautica on stream, right? So I kind of went through this with Dark Souls, where if I'm playing a game where I don't know what's going on and I have people in chat that are so helpful, makes me enjoy the game that much more. That's why backseating is always allowed. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
So in the first Subnautica, there's a moment pretty early on in the game. Minor spoilers for anybody who hasn't played original Subnautica yet. But where there's the spaceship that you came in on, and the spaceship explodes, and it's a big wow moment.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any of those yet in Subnautica Below Zero?
A wow moment, and just the opening sequence is fucking insane. It's short.
Really?
It's short. It's not very long, but like you look around and it's pretty fucking beautiful, right?
Oh man, I can't wait.
It's just the opening sequence of figuring out. You load into the game, you hit new game, and then that sequence is fantastic until you start actually playing the game. So that's really, really good. Yeah, I'm definitely Subnautica is so good. Strongly recommended if you're into survival games. I almost there's definitely not a better underwater one if there is another underwater one.
Yeah, Subnautica kind of has that niche.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
I mean, there's other ones that are survival, like the Raft, but you're not really surviving. You're not really doing underwater stuff. You're kind of probably trying to avoid the water at all points, and also Stranded Deep or whatever. I think that's another one where you're trying to avoid underwater. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're not. It's like you're supposed to survive on the island. This isn't really the case. You're supposed to survive. Your base is underwater. Like, you know what I mean? So it's really, really cool. I think you're right though. I think they definitely have that niche. Let me see. What's another one? Oh yeah, Resident Evil. I'm gonna.
Oh yes.
I'm a sucker for 8 to 15 hour games. I will sign any petition that says we need more of them, because we do. We don't need Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is 60 hours plus, when I'm already bored of the game and I've put it away, unfortunately. I love the story. I wish I could get the full story, but they want me to level up my character between doing missions, and I have to be a certain level to do a mission. Not really my style anymore, apparently. I can touch on them occasionally, but if I want the story, I want the story. That's just the way it is. I wish there was some kind of setting, but Resident Evil 8 Village is my favorite Resident Evil to date of the ones I've played.
Wow.
Of the ones I've played. And I have not played a lot of people's answers, which is Resident Evil 4. A lot of people classify that as even top 10 video games of all time. I know multiple people that do that. I have not played 4 yet.
I have not played any of the Resident Evil games.
Okay.
Which is kind of a surprise, because pretty sure Matt Mercer's the voice of one of the characters. So I need to play them.
You got a long library if you're going to play all Matt Mercer games.
Oh, I plan to.
And he doesn't plan to stop, so good luck with that, sir. Well, I guess you're much younger than he is, so I guess when he gets super old, and then, when he's kind of a god, so he's not really going to die. But
exactly.
So that's kind of nice. But what were you gonna say about it? You just haven't played them, or?
Yeah, no, I'm completely naive to what's the best, what works, what doesn't in that series.
Well, with Resident Evil 7, it is first person. You're not the standard following the standard people that you did before. Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, like, you know what I mean? Like, those people aren't Wesker, Umbrella. You're not really focused on them with 7 and 8. 7 and 8, you follow Ethan Winters, Mia Winters, and Rose, which are, and these 7 and 8 are done in first person versus third person, which is more an action over the shoulder type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Code Veronica, Revelations, those are all done in third person, but I think I prefer first person. I really think I prefer. It's more immersive, it's more 7 was absolutely terrifying. 8 had absolutely terrifying sections. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's hard for
By the
me.
way,
Yeah.
Mercer was the voice of Leon S. Kennedy in Resident Evil Damnation, Resident Evil 6, and Resident Evil Revelations 2,
Okay.
and Vendetta.
Vendetta is, I think, a movie.
Oh, okay.
Damnation also is a movie or show. Revelations is a game, and Resident Evil 6, you said?
Yes.
Troy Baker was also in Resident Evil 6. So
Oh, so that's got a good cast of characters then.
yes, but it's regarded as the worst one, which sucks. But that's okay. That's okay. It is what it is. 5 was really fun just because of the co-op mechanic, but yeah, for sure. I mean, outside of that, I mean, we've got what's upcoming for me. You've got what kind of games you have you coming up on your stream? Anything? Art? What's the plan?
Such Art for sure. Such Art is an amazing game. We're definitely going to be touching on it. I would love to figure out if my computer can do Satisfactory in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, got you.
Because I enjoy my time in that game, and I'd love to make that a streaming game.
I understand. Yeah.
Besides that, just your normal everyday, the art that I work on, and whatever comes up that Dungeons and Dragons, Dark Alliance, that for sure. We'll have to check that out together
for sure.
If nothing else,
I think that's late June, by the way. So
yes,
awesome.
But yeah, that's what's coming up for me. How about you?
Weirdly a lot. I feel like I'm kind of like in a weird spot, right? So I've got my birthday on the 23rd, May 23rd. I'm turning 32 years young, so I'm excited about that. 2 days later, we have the Streamathon, not Streamathon. Wow, I'm not doing that. Which is going to be.
And you heard it here, folks.
Holy shit!
Split screen confirmed.
We're not doing that. Good God, I'm not ready for another one of those. We're doing another. We'll be our streamiversary. I'm sorry, which is going to be our 1 year since we started streaming full time on Twitch. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Going to be bringing back a lot of old games. So you're going to see like Dying Light. You're going to see Skate 3.
Oh.
You're gonna see. Really don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the old games I played. Maybe BioShock because that's my favorite series of all time. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Toy Soldiers, not one of them.
That was way before I even took streaming serious, and I don't understand that one. Maybe I'd have to track that game down. But so yeah, the 23rd, we're gonna have a birthday stream. That's gonna be in the evening, so that'll be fun. 25th, we'll kind of. I think that's the 25th is a Monday, Tuesday,
maybe.
What is the 25th? A Tuesday. It is a Tuesday for sure. The 20.
Yep.
Oh, the 25th. Fuck! Why didn't I think about this? Yeah. So the 25th is when Biomutant comes out. I'm not going to be playing it that day. I'll be playing Biomutant the following day.
Okay.
So we can touch on all old games. That'll be a lot of fun. Currently playing Subnautica. I stream every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time. Kind of give or take. Some days are a little longer. Some days are shorter. It's okay. But yeah, we'd love to catch you guys over there. If you are watching this episode on YouTube, you can catch me live at Beachhead. At twitch.tv/Beachhead34. All the live content you see here is going to be taken and done over there. We have a good time in chat. Come say hi, drop a follow. We can have a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of exciting games coming up. Also, Hermes, we didn't think about this. Middle of June, we have E3 coming up. We're going to be live streaming those and co-streaming those as much as possible. And it should be an absolute fun time. So if you guys want to hang out with us, live, talk about it in chat, see what kind of games you're excited about, what you hope to see it gets announced, reaction to what gets announced, and all that good stuff. We'd love to hear from you guys, so that'd be a lot of fun. But other than that, yeah, I appreciate you, Hermes. This has been a great episode. We kind of touched on all of our stuff, so we had an absolute good time. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. As for everybody else, we are going to be back at it on Monday for me. 8:30, we're going to be picking up Mass Effect Legendary Edition, starting our Mass Effect 1 playthrough. So that's going to be a good time. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Monday for that. And Hermes, anything else?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm also I will be live occasionally throughout the week and live every Friday for Split Screen now because we're multicasting to my channel. Uh, let me see if I can get that link in chat. But you can catch me. You can catch me here. You can catch me on Twitter, anywhere, any social media that matters with at Hermes Akumu. And yeah, Beach, once again, thank you so much
Fantastic.
for having me.
Hell yeah, man. It
I
was a good
appreciate
time.
it.
Good time. And we'll definitely do this again next week. We'll try to have some more guests. I'm working on the guest list for all that kind of stuff. So upcoming shows should be a good time. Hopefully learn about some friendly faces in the Twitch universe. So, all right, Hermes, you have a good one, man. We'll see you later. Everybody else,
Thank you. You as
adios.
well.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.